I'm going to show you guys how we caught the absolute low with complete conviction. So I alerted this by 11:14, 437 calls. Went on about a week just to kind of give me some wiggle room and just so I didn't really have to stare at the trade, right? So when you buy time, it actually allows you to size up, because when you are playing near-term expirations, you really don't have any wiggle room, right? Or any margin of error. So I alerted this trade. We had about no drawdown on the trade, but I alerted it by open SPY 11:14, 437 calls, right? But the alert itself is useless, okay? This is just my signal. I'm just essentially just sharing what I'm doing, okay? But what's important, at least with what I do and teach, is, I'm sharing, in my opinion, pretty invaluable information, right? So I'm essentially teaching how to properly read the direction order flow and how to properly identify and trade supply and demand zones off of that direction order flow, right? Because if we know that the higher time frame order flow is bullish, right, we are putting in higher highs, higher lows, and we are seeing strong lows being respected, and they're taking out weak highs. We obviously know what side of the trade we want to be on, right? We obviously know what would be the easier trade. So I said that our higher time frame buy zones met, right? SPY met my 435 demand zone, right? I said that if the strong low holds, we can rally, okay? This strong low took out the prior high, causing a break of structure, which made the lower low a strong low, okay? So this is kind of my projected path right here, right? Expecting buyers to step in at 435 or move back to at least 437, possibly 438. Let's see what happened in the chart here, okay? As you can see, guys, I cannot make this stuff up, okay? Here's my demand zone right here, okay? I alerted calls literally upon the bounce of 435, looking for buyers to step in, okay? Check it out, guys. We met the first target. We are en route to the second target, but I want to show you what I mean about the direction order flow. This demand zone of 435, guys, was not confirmed until we saw this, okay? Where's my tool? Until we saw structure, okay? We needed to see structure. So we dropped, popped, causing a break of structure, thus forming valid demand, okay? The expectational direction order flow is they're going to look for buys out of demand. If the strong low holds, they're going to attack the weak highs, okay? You can see this morning, right? We had nice inducement and nice liquidity right above the zone, okay? So this is kind of my schematic that I shared in my private feed. But ideally, we want to see some type of liquidity form, right? We want to see impatient buyers step in above the zone, okay? So check it out real quick for a second, okay? Just think about this for 1 second, all right? This morning, right, we popped, okay? But look at what happened, right? Look at all this quote-unquote engineered liquidity generated above the zone, okay? Keep in mind, guys, we know that the higher time frames are bullish, right? Therefore, the easier trade would be buying dips into valid demand on pullbacks. Think about this for 1 second, guys. I saw Twitter talking about -2, -3% days. Think about this for 1 second. Everyone is selling after a drop in price into a higher time frame level of demand, knowing that the higher time frame directional order flow remains bullish until proven otherwise. Look at the strong low, guys. It held. So again, my blueprint, right? 435 bounce. Absolute precision, guys. I cannot make this stuff up, right? Break a structure. This becomes a strong low. The expectation is they attack the weak highs right there, okay? As you can see, guys, we are up 2.4 points. We have runners left in the trade, but that's what I want to see, right? I want to see engineered liquidity. I want to see a quick move back into demand. And think about this for 1 second. All the early shorts are now getting short squeezed, all because of this premature drop into a higher time frame level of demand. Okay, we do not shift bearish, guys, until we start to see strong lows taken out. So let's say this happens. Okay, we pull back, right, mess around, and right. Then the strong low gets broken. We then have a bearish shift in structure and then can look for sell opportunities on the bounce for a move back down. Okay, right, to generate some liquidity there. Okay, right, we get the bearish shift in structure, then that happens. Okay, but until that proves otherwise, guys, it's important that we stay nimble. And this is my short video on how at least I follow the direction order flow to drastically increase the odds of your trade. Another thing, guys, if you are not seeing liquidity generated above your zone, odds are it's going to fail. So the fact that we had all this engineered liquidity, right, and they swept it precisely into our 435 zone, which was demand, right, because this demand zone caused a break of structure, right? There's my little schematic up there, right? So until that proves otherwise, guys, there's no sense in trying to call when the top can come, because you don't need to be the first one to the party, okay? Nonetheless, that was exactly how we caught the exact bottom in my private feed. Hope this helps, guys. Lots of people will charge thousands of dollars for content like this. I just like to share it because why not? But if you are enjoying these, I do them almost regularly. I will continue to keep posting them. But otherwise, guys, that was exactly how I caught the absolute low with commission today. So I hope this helps.